Hey guys, welcome into Amanda's Favorites. I'm going to share with you my Q1 planner stack. What has changed, what's working, what's not working, and then I want to hear about your Q1 stack in the comments. But before we jump into that, I have a quick real life update. My sourdough starter was dying. I've been trying to revive it myself for weeks now. Literally, I've been carrying that thing around the house to different rooms to get the warmest spot and have it wrapped in a towel. It's like become my little baby. I'll admit, I even thought about asking my sister if I could restart my starter from hers, if she could mail it to me, but I really wanted to save it, you guys. And then I thought I might need some help from a more seasoned sourdough expert. So I hopped on Skillshare, today's video sponsor, and I scoured all their sourdough classes. Before I fill you in on what happened, I want to take a sec to tell you about Skillshare. Skillshare is an amazing place to learn pretty much anything online, with professional classes from people who really know what they're doing. And sourdough is just the tip of the iceberg. If you've watched some of my other recent videos, you'll know I've taken classes on home decor, bullet journaling, productivity with Ali Abdul, and even YouTube video production. And I've got to say, I've been surprised how easy it was and how much that I've learned. Take my sourdough starter, for example. After I learned to personalize my feeding schedule for the specific type of flour I'm using, I was able to nurse my baby back to full health. So if you've never hopped on Skillshare before, I would highly recommend it. And if you're one of the first 500 people to the link in the description, you'll get an entire month free trial of Skillshare. So feel free to pause this video and go grab your spot real quick. And if Skillshare ends up getting you out of a bind too, make sure to tell me about it in the comments. Now, speaking of life updates, I've got some planner updates too. Let's jump right into them. And if you're thinking of picking up any planners from this video and you're not already supporting another creator, consider using my affiliate link when you purchase. It only takes a couple of seconds and it supports me more than you'd think. All right, friends, let's jump right in and see where I am at the end of Q1. I definitely have some changes and I definitely have some planners in here that I did not start the year in. If you haven't seen my 2025 stack, you might want to check that out before watching this video so that you can see where I started the year. So let's jump right in. These are my main sidekicks. So let's start with them. So I am still in my B5 Hemlock and Oak. I am really loving this planner. It's working great for me. You know, it's a little bit like Passion Planner, which I was in 9 months last year. Basic, same layout, where you can use the bottom for list, the side for list, and the day open for whatever you want to write in there. I do not use the times on here. I believe I got into all about how I plan also in my 2025 stack video, which I'm not going to extensively go into today. I don't use my monthly layouts because I use my Ashley Shelley monthly notebook planner, always up on a little acrylic easel on my desk because I must see my month and my week at the same time. This is basically like a monthly wall calendar, but so much easier to pull down and flip through. So I'm only using the week in here. If I use the month, it's just for some extra notes, or sometimes I go in and I might write like a monthly list in here, kind of transferring it from my goal planning notebook. But that's generally, if I record anything on the monthly boxes, that's just going to be like memory keeping or something I want to remember. It's not where I look for my monthly layout for planning. So I do love that there is room to throw some washi down here because I do really like the touch of something pretty, something colorful, something with seasonality in it. But other than that, I need the whole page for planning. Although some weeks may not get as filled up as others, you know, it doesn't matter to me whether it's filled up or not. The planner is here to serve me. And as you can tell, I'm a very functional planner. So I do have a full review of this Hemlock and Oak planner and comparing it to the A5 size, because the grid in the B5 is a little bit bigger than the A5 size grid too. And we talk all about that in the Hemlock and Oak big review video. So I will link that Hemlock and Oak review video down below for you. And I have an ongoing 10% off code with Hemlock and Oak. You can use it over and over again. It's Amanda's Favorites and an affiliate link. So this is working beautifully for me right now. I am still in it right now, and it has served me really well for this first quarter of the year. Okay, So winner number 1, B5 Hemlock and Oak for my weekly planner. Number 2, I already mentioned my Ashley Shelley monthly notebook planner. You guys, this is just a monthly planner, which I absolutely love so much that 4 years ago, I started doing a collab with Ashley Shelley. So I get to pick my monthly colors and I get to pick the cover. This was a picture I took in Destin. They are sewn. They are beautifully done on 80-pound paper. They are sold out right now though, but get it on your calendar because they relaunch usually the first week of September for 2026. And I just had to pick my cover pictures and confirm colors for 2026, you guys. I just had to do that with Ashley. So it is already in the works. And if you want one, they come in 2 sizes. I have a whole review video all about them. I will link my Ashley Shelley review video down below because us planners like to plan ahead, right? And the cute little seasonal stickers that you will see on every month in here are a collab with Hand Can Plan. I love this collab. She matched my monthly colors and these stickers were made exactly the right size to fit in these boxes and fit on these pages of either whether you do the bigger size or the smaller size of the Ashley Shelley. This is the bigger 6x9. But if you're interested, this also goes in so many other planners. Well, if you just need small stickers, she also makes these sheets in a little bit bigger size. All the info about these is in the Ashley Shelley review video, but I do have a 20% off code always to Hand Can Plan sticker shop. We'll link it down below and you can get 20% off every single purchase. You can tell how much I use this monthly layout. All my appointments do go in my iCal, but this is where I look and the in-between page is perfect for just kind of like summarizing the month. Like I wanted all my medical appointments in one place for January. I put loving down here and I put majors and minors right here. Like just kind of summarizes the month. I don't do that all the time. Some months I do it. We'll see if I keep up with it this year. And then I pick a monthly color to cross out my days that goes with my monthly color. As you can see, I have to have my days crossed out for my mind to be able to register. When I look up at it, I like to just see what day I'm on with an easy glance. As you can see, I am recording this a little bit early in February because that's how videos work. I'm working ahead because we're about to get into launch season. And for those videos, I can't work very far ahead because you got to wait for the launch boxes to come. So that's going to be the exciting spring academic year launch season. But this has been consistent for me for like probably 6 years now, maybe 7. I've been using the Ashley Shelley planner. And I think this next year will be my 5th year of doing my collab with her. That is so fun. I'm so grateful to Ashley for doing that with me. I only write on here in friction pen and friction highlighter because there are so many things that get changed and moved around. You can see where I've erased in here. This is the blue friction pen that Passion Planner makes. I like it because it's very inky. It's a 0.7 and it's much more inky than the Friction brand. And it's a very bright blue. And I just love that, the inkiness of it and the bright blue of it on this calendar. But I cannot tell you what a game changer it's been to use an erasable friction pen. And these are friction highlighters just off Amazon. I will link that down in the description too, because you know what, you guys, I just found out all my plans of moving Pierce back home at this time might be changing. See, I don't even know yet at this point, but this will be easy to erase all this and change it. Before I went to complete friction pen in here, I was using whiteout tape, and even with whiteout tape, it became a huge mess, you guys. So I just decided I had to move to friction pen. And as you'll see, I do go ahead and write big appointments that I already know about and months ahead, but those are pretty much the only things. Tentative things go on sticky notes, you know, just stick a sticky note in. Look how cute Hannah's stickers look. I know I shouldn't be talking about this planner, how much I love it because it's sold out. And even all of Ashley's, I believe her monthly notebook planners are sold out too, and all of her own designs, not just our collab. You can go double check on that, but I'm pretty sure, I know my collab is sold out, but I think all her monthly planners are sold out too. But just put it on your radar for next year because this is a good one to have. So this is my guiding light, you guys. I never want to live without this. It's so much easier than a wall calendar, but does the same thing sitting up in front of me on the acrylic easel. That acrylic easel was years ago from Erin Condren. Unfortunately, they don't sell them anymore, but I'm sure you can find one off of Amazon where we can find everything, right? All right, next up is my content planner. This year I switched from the horizontal Laurel Denise, which I had been using for my content planner, to just the project planner for my content planner, and it has been working wonderfully. I changed the cover out myself because the project planner that I had that started on a Monday, which is what I wanted, had just, I believe it was their black cover on it. And I want a pretty cover, even though I don't see the cover that much. I see the edge all year. I always talk about that. So what's on the inside is almost more important to me than what's on the outside. You do get a tiny bit of the outside. And I love seeing this all year. It makes a difference rather than seeing black for me. So I switched out this cover. These kind of O-rings are easy to just bend apart, take off the cover, and pop a different cover on. And I really haven't had to utilize this side yet this first quarter at all, but it's there if I want to make notes. I have a separate notebook for my channel, like all my meetings with Pierce and all my notes about stuff. That's in a golden coil notebook that I built. So that's why I don't really need notes on here because I use that notebook. But I love the Laurel Denise sticky notes in here. Love them. And using the project planner instead of the horizontal has been working so well for me. I love that there's room for some washi tape and color up there to make it happy. But honestly, I couldn't live without a big monthly for my content planning. This is for YouTube and Instagram. This houses it all. I can't show you any more months ahead because we're getting into time that hasn't happened yet. I just don't want to accidentally show something that I shouldn't show. This is how I'm using it. I've been blocking off Sunday with just a strip of washi because I can add more happiness with my Planner Perfect washi tape instead of just marking it out. And I never do anything on Sunday posting, so it's just easy to just mark that out. I was drawing a line around it. You guys know how on a Monday start, I love to block off my weekends with a line around it, so my brain registers Saturday and Sunday. But with marking off Sunday like this, I haven't had to draw my line, and my mind is it's wrapped around that this is the Monday start. So I am loving the Laurel Denise project planner. I'm not utilizing any of the pages at this point, the project planning pages, because I just don't need them. But that's okay because this is an awesome planner. It sits up on a planner stand on my desk to my left so I can see it all the time. So the Laurel Denise project planner, full review on all these planners is in my big Laurel Denise fall launch video. So if you want to see the difference between the project planner and the horizontal and the vertical and everything is in that Laurel Denise video. I will link that down in the description for you guys. And as always, I have a 10% off code on Laurel Denise you can use over and over again. Amanda's favorites. You have to enter it in though. Don't forget to get 10% off your cart every time. And I have an affiliate link. All right, guys, let's cover daily next. Okay, I thought I was going to want to try out the Hemlock and Oak daily, and I did for a really good amount of time. You can see I still do my 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in here from my triage method video. I still do that a lot, even when I'm on a planner page. And I know there's some stuff written on some of these pages I can't show, so I'm not going to be able to go back too far. But I used it like all the way through February 7th. Like every page is used up, but unfortunately I can't show them all to you. I love this Hemlock and Oak daily being split into 2 books, and they're calling it the Daily Duo because I've tried to use their daily before, and the big one is just way too chunky for me. It's hard to write on a desk because, it takes you off the table so far depending on which end you're writing in. And I am loving this, I forgot what they're calling it, the paper cover too, which just reduces the bulk of the book. And I think it's even easier to lay flat, even though all their books lay flat. The full review on this is, again, in my Hemlock and Oak video, but I loved my time in here. The 80-pound paper. I love the layout of their daily page where there's more room for your to-dos and your schedule is not taking up half the page. It's a great page layout. But as we all know, I usually only spend a certain amount of time in daily planners before I jump back out to just my notebooks. And lately, I have been using my own daily download page a ton. If you want to know what is the system that goes with this page and why do I use this, it's in my triage method video, which we'll link down in the description. So a lot of days, I do pull out this page and use it. And I've saved some of them that I can share with you guys. There's nothing neat or pretty or special about it. It is literally dump your list, everything in your brain in any order. And then if you have appointments or errands for that day, and if not, then look at the list and decide what are the top 3 things that must get done first. And I fill out my 1, 2, 3, and then I generally don't fill out the next 3 until I get these done. That's not always the case, but I try to follow that rule because it really works better for me that way. And when I am not using a daily download page right now, I have been in either a Daily Planner Perfect notebook. It's just one of her smaller coiled notebooks, that cute birdie one, or in my Becky Higgins notebook. I actually was in just the Planner Perfect one, but I was testing out this paper for something. So I pulled back out a Becky Higgins notebook, which I've used so much for daily things. I think she only has one notebook left in her shop right now. What she does is it's just really small. She prints a cover or 2 or 3, and then she just lets those sell out. And she even said she doesn't know when she's going to be getting new covers in. But Deseret Book, which is our church's bookstore, also sells her notebooks. Some of those might have like a scripture on the back, like this one does, but they'll show you that on the website. We'll link DeseretBook.com down below for you because her shop only has one notebook left in it right now. And Deseret Book, if you order a couple of these, you can get free shipping, I know, on a certain amount. This one happened to print upside down. It was the first one that I've ever gotten that's done that, because I know some of you guys are going to notice, because it says cultivate a good life and record it at the bottom of every page. I just love the light gray lines and the color of the paper, the size of the notebook, the rounded corners. You guys know I've raved on about her notebooks for years, and I hope that she's not ever going to stop making them. And to wrap us up are the things that you might be surprised about. What? 2 more Laurel Denises in Amanda's planner lineup? What is she using these for? And another Hemlock and Oak. So let's talk about this. This one is the one I'm actually using for health. It's the one that I set up as my content planner, but then I decided to switch from horizontal to the project planner. So this one was already decorated, and I am not, sometimes I consistently use a health wellness planner, and sometimes I just randomly use it when I need to write something down. That's what I'm doing with this one. This one doesn't have a whole lot written in it, but I've just written a few things down. And a lot of times I don't even use the week. I only use the month, but that's okay. I'm just lucky that I have these planners here, and so I can just pick them up and use them. And last year I did stay in the Laurel Denise vertical all year for my health and wellness and tracked different things off and on. And so this year, I think this is going to be the health and wellness planner when I need to track things that I pull up and use. You guys, I don't have any special rhyme or reason to what I track. Right now, I was just tracking pain because I'm in physical therapy for my shoulder. So I was tracking things about that and tracking my sleep. And that is pretty much the only thing that I've been tracking in this for the entire first quarter. In Laurel Denise, I do prefer a Monday start. And I like to go around my weekends like this because I like a Monday start on my weekly. I cannot not change a Monday start on my weekly, but I can deal with a Monday start on my monthly by just going around the weekend like that. And then the week that is not used for the month, I usually put like some sort of washi to decorate it up. And like I said, this one was already kind of ready to go. That's why it had some sticky notes in it for my content planner when I decided to switch my content planner to the project one. But that'll make it perfect. It's already set up and decorated, and I don't usually decorate my wellness planner, but it's going to make me happier. So when I need to track things like sleep or pain, or if I decide to track workouts or food, which I'm just not tracking right now, then I would use this planner. So it's here for me all year to come to. I like the big monthly space to be able to just write anything that went on with my health that month to just kind of highlight it. And so that is how I'm using the Laurel Denise horizontal for health, wellness, tracking. Now, next up, I'm using this one for my son's homeschool. So I can't show you months that we've already used because he likes to keep his life private. And I have promised him that I will never share any of his information here. But I have a 16-year-old that homeschools. For the past couple years, I've just used another Ashley Shelley notebook planner to track like when different lessons are done and what chapters you're in and such, because there's not a lot that I have to do for that at his age of 16. And sometimes I like to write a little bit more than can fit on the monthly boxes in the Ashley Shelley notebook planner. But this year, I decided, since I have the Laurel Denise, I decided to go ahead and go back where I have an option of having a week too. So I have been using the week to write just some extra notes of things going on that I want to track or make note of. This is really for me, not for him. And I am also keeping track of his Invisalign. We've always kept track of his Invisalign and when to switch in the monthly notebook planner, but we've kept it out on a little bookshelf in our hallway. But he wanted to take complete control of that and bring that in his bathroom where he switches his Invisalign. But I still need to keep track of the days because sometimes he needs to be reminded. So I decided I would do it in the homeschool planner that I'm using too. So really this is all for me. It's not for him. He has his own way of tracking things. It's really nice to have the weekly space if I want to write something, and if I don't want to, then I can just use the monthly as I always have to track things. And I do like that I have this bigger space too if I want to make notes of anything about that month. So, I mean, these Laurel Denise planners are coming in clutch for me this year, really. So I am really liking this one. And I think I will be in it the whole year for his homeschool. And we're going to wrap us up with last, but certainly not least, the horizontal hemlock and oak that I did not ever think I would be using. This was not my 2025 stack video at all, and it wasn't on my radar. But I was so drawn to their new layout, this horizontal hemlock and oak, that I decided, since my Unbound 5-year journal is finishing up, well, it's just finished up. It finished up February 19th, you guys. I know I'm a weird person that it doesn't bother that I started a 5-year journal on February 19th. And so I thought coming off of the 5-year journal, I didn't want to commit to another 5-year journal since I've done 2 in a row. I decided that, I would kind of use this like that, but it gives you more room to write in the week. So I'll just flip through what I've done so far. In January, I thought I was going to kind of keep track on the monthly layout, kind of like I did in my Hobonichi cousin last year with memory keeping. But I got to where I stopped keeping track with any memories on the monthly layout. I'm just writing things on the day and things on the week and decorating the week a tiny bit. I was using much more color. I'm trying to find my groove and kind of decide what I want to do in here. I think that will continue to change throughout the year. I think it'll just kind of depend on my mood. But like this week, I used a lot more color. I made different lists on this side. This week, I decided I was using too many different colors. I don't want to do that. And then I just went to all black pen and then underlining things I wanted to stand out and kind of like summarizing good things for the week. And I'm not really filling out the review except for the 3 memorable moments of the month. So every week I've done differently in here. So who knows where I'll end up, but this is basically just, it's like a bullet point of like stuff that happened during the day. So this is not a deep journal. This is kind of like just a memory keeper of what happened. Because I got to tell you guys that if I don't write things down, like I could not tell you on Friday what happened on Monday. I could go look at my planner and it would trigger things, but I really like to have this summary. It's just for me. And I think it's definitely more in the writing of it. I don't go back and look at it a lot unless I need to like try to reference something that happened. But it's definitely the act of writing it down that's therapeutic when the day ends or the next morning. I usually write it at night when the day ends so that I don't forget. And if not, then I write it the next morning or else I will forget what happened that day. So I do love the pretty in here, and I would love to say that like I'm going to make this pretty and beautiful, but you guys have already seen that's just generally not the way that I stick to things. I'm not gifted in that way, but that's okay. I'm still going to use it for memory keeping and just tracking what was happening in life on that day. So that is how I'm using this horizontal hemlock and oak right now. And I would love to hear down below what planner or journal you are using right now that you are loving. Let me know what is working for you. So everything in this video is working extremely well for me. I'm so happy with it. And I'm so grateful to these companies that make fabulous products, you guys. I know so much work goes into it. And we just live in a day and age with so many amazing paper planner choices, planners, and journaling galore. And it's fun. It really is. So let me know what planner or journal you are loving right now and what is working for you really well as we wrap up Q1 of 2025. Thank you for spending this time with me, you guys. Let's all take a collective deep breath in and out through the mouth. Do it one more time while I'm talking, and you're already going to feel calmer. You guys are amazing. You're doing a great job if no one's told you this week. I'm sending you a virtual hug. Go outside when it's sunny and feel the sunlight on your face and take a little walk. I promise it will lift your spirits. And if you're having a great day, a walk will make you feel great too. You don't have to be down to take a walk. All right, you guys, Take care of yourselves so you can take care of others, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.